Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Welcome back to Benton on the Spot. I am your host, Brittni Lawrence, and we are so grateful for everyone that is tuning in tonight. For those of you where it is your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that are already a part of our BEMP family, thank you for coming back. And we just want to make sure that everyone is following us on Instagram and Facebook at BEMP on the Spot and at BEMP Corporation. And while you're there, make sure that you guys do head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel at BEMP Corporation, and make sure that those notification bells are turned on so that you can get a little notification every time we go live or we post some new information about any of our Black businesses. Without further ado, today's exclusive Black business interviewee is going to be Ms. Coretta Benton. She is the owner of the Coretta Benton Homes, and we're going to introduce her and learn all about her real estate process and how she came to be. Hello, Miss Coretta, how are you? She popped in for a moment. We're going to bring her on again right after this short clip.
Trey made this beat.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I hope everyone's giving a warm welcome to Miss Coretta Benton. She has taken out time in her day to join us and just give us all of her knowledge and wisdom that she has in the real estate industry. I'm super excited to hear about your journey.
Awesome.
So, how did you get started into real estate exactly?
Well, to be honest, what really catapulted me into the real estate industry was just kind of like goals and life circumstances at the same time. So I got married right out of college and got a job with the federal government. I've been working for the federal government doing government contracting for going on 16 years. I got divorced a few years ago. And for me, during that process of going through my divorce and realizing, okay, here I am, a businesswoman, but at the same time, a divorced mother of two, and my kids were much younger back then. I just felt like I needed something else to benefit them in the long run. I wanted something that they can have generationally. And I know that real estate is one of the most important aspects in society. Like, we all want to own, we all want to buy, we all want to invest and all those kind of things. So I wanted that for my children. I wanted to start it and grow in it so that they can be blessed and it'll be easier for them as they get older. So that's what kind of really made me take the leap. It's kind of new for me, but I love it. Like, I'm loving it. I'm learning something new every day. And it's also opening up other doors for me. So that's kind of my journey with how I got into real estate and why I feel like it's important and why I feel like everybody should own a piece of land, a piece of property, something. It's really a great benefit to anybody.
Okay. I mean, that's awesome. A lot of people are not able to pick themselves up, when life knocks them down. So the fact that you were able to reinvent yourself, especially with, two little kids, I have to watch my younger siblings sometimes, and it is not easy. Mothers are literal superheroes because there is no way that you can multitask as much as you do when you're a mother. And little kids do not understand that I'm tired because I've been working all day, or, I had a bad day today. All they know is me. I'm hungry. I need this. And they just look to you as, okay, you're the person that I'm going to get this from.
That's right. That's right.
definitely understand that. I also wanted to ask you, just for anyone out there that wants to get into real estate and become a real estate agent, what was the process that you took? How was, taking your boards test, and just to give us a little bit of information and background on that.
So I'll give you the background on my situation, which really I'm not going to advise you because I don't know if it's the same how I got into it. So I'll tell you how I got into it, and then I will suggest how you should get into it. So for me, because I had a full-time career, I literally knew that I wanted to get into real estate, right? So a couple of years ago, it's kind of funny to me, but I was on Groupon and I saw this real estate course on Groupon. It was a good price, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to do it. And it was, I live in Florida. I don't know if anybody's watching that's out of state. I live in Orlando, Florida. But the class, the location for the class, I think was in like Clearwater, Florida. So, but they did it. It was fully online. So I took the class online. I took the test online, and I was successful. So I just, it's just so funny to me. So I thought about it just back in October. I was like, okay, Coretta, your 24 months is about to come up with this real estate class and test. After 24 months, it just expires and you have to start over. So I was like, do I want to take the state test? What am I going to do? I made the decision to take the state test. I hadn't looked at the material in a long time, and I decided to buckle down and study. And I took the test, and I mean, I had to take it maybe 2 or 3 times, I believe. But it's not easy, but it's not hard. You just have to know the material. The test can be tricky. But my suggestion to anybody out there who wants to become a real estate agent, I think that if you have the time, if you have the discipline, you can do it online. But there's so many local places that you can go in and sit down and get the information one-on-one. So that's usually the way that most people do it. But it's a sacrifice. It costs money. But I think it's the most beneficial thing you could ever do. Like, don't let money and finances hinder you. And right now, you all know, well, some of you might not know, but we're in a seller's market right now. So it's tough for people who are trying to buy, but it's amazing for people who are trying to sell. So
that was some amazing insight. I mean, one of my favorite things when I was listening to what you were saying, and I just wanted to point out that you did mention that you had to take it multiple times before you were able to pass. And I feel like that is another important part that people need to take into consideration. When you are doing something and you buckle down and you try your hardest, sometimes you might not succeed the first time, but that is not the time for you to give up or for you to say that it's too hard or this is something that you can't do. You need to take that defeat and say, okay, I'm going to try again, and I'm going to try harder. I'm going to make sure that the next time I take it, I'm doing better than the last time that I did. So you're inspiring me to, I have a test that I have to take, and the first time I took it, I didn't do so well. And, everyone's just been super supportive and just letting me know that it happens. You might not pass something the first time, but it's more so about what you do when you fail at something. It's your determining factor of how everything is going to turn out in the end. So, I think that's awesome. What areas have you sold houses in? What kind of houses have you sold? Just so people can know, anyone that is on here viewing or any of our viewers that they see, you guys can know exactly what she does. And then you can reach out to her as well so that she can help you personally. And, every case is different.
Right. Absolutely. So I live on the east side of Orlando, which is near kind of like the University of Central Florida. So I've been specializing in that area. That's where most of my houses have been bought and sold. But I work on in all of Central Florida, all of Orlando. I'm also from the Polk County area. So I have a lot of family and friends from that area who want to buy and sell, buy homes and sell homes as well. So I'm kind of really all over Central Florida. I'm open, I'm willing, I try to work hard for my clients. So wherever they need me to be, I will be. But yeah, primarily I've been in the east side of Orlando.
Okay, but you would be able to kind of be a bit more mobile and travel if we have anyone that's in Tampa or in other areas of South Florida, you'd be willing to work with them.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just making sure that our viewers hear this because we don't want any excuses as to, oh, I didn't know where she was located, or oh, I'm not in, East Orlando, so I didn't think that she would be able to. Nope, she is mobile. So wherever you are located, South Florida, North Florida, Central Florida,
Absolutely.
she's got you covered.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That is great. And then I know that you said that, you've been doing this with your two little boys. Well, now they're not probably so little anymore from those pictures that we saw. They're growing up to be, handsome young men at this point.
Right.
But how was it, trying to get yourself into real estate and studying for your exams? And I know my mom has done real estate before, especially when I was younger, and we would have to go out with her to like showing houses, or when she would, and try to invest in a house and like fixing them up and things like that. How is it juggling all of that with your kids and being a mother? And I know it's not easy.
It's not easy, but that's a great question. And I want to encourage any mother who's divorced or single or whatever who has kids. One of the things for me that I try to do as a mother is be very transparent with my children. So we have very honest conversations. We're very open. So I talk to them all the time about everything that I do is for y'all, right? So anything that I do, any sacrifice that I'm making is for the benefit of you two. So they're very understanding of that. Like even when they knew I had this interview, before they went upstairs, they're like, good luck, mommy. Good luck. They're very supportive, very loving. They know their mom works hard for them. So that makes it even easier for me to be inspired to do what I need to do to benefit them. So they're at an age now, my oldest son will be 14 on June 1st. My next son is 10 years old. He'll be 11 in November. So they're older and they're mature kids. So I haven't had to take them to a home with me at this point because they're old enough to be here and know, hey, I'll be back in give me an hour or whatever the case may be. So very flexible. And I haven't had any problems. I mean, they're good kids. They're respectful. They're responsible. So, and I just try to be transparent and let them know that what I'm doing, I know you might want me in this moment. But when I get back, we're going to do exactly what you need me to do. I just need you to help mommy out, basically. So that has helped me. So I think for any mother out there who wants to try doing real estate, I also have a couple of real estate friends who have younger children and they're like, hey, I take them with me. And I think that's fine too. I just haven't had to do that, but I think that's fine too. But I think it's important to just be transparent, be open with your children, let them know what you're doing. And to me, I think that causes them to have an open mindset for business because I want them to have an entrepreneurial mindset as well. I'm not saying they can't get a job, but I want them to know that business, doing your own thing takes sacrifice, but it's important to do your own thing because you can make it what you want to make it.
I 100% agree. My mom has definitely instilled that business mindset with me. And, there were those times where she would have to take me. There were those times where I would stay home and kind of wait for her to get home. But the journey has molded me into the person I am today. And I honestly appreciate her for being able to have, some honesty with me and the things that she was doing. And because I was a bit younger than 10, so I didn't necessarily understand 100%. But from what I could understand, I appreciated her for, showing me what she was doing and letting me know, hey, I'm not a man, but I'm doing this and I'm doing this with my kids and I'm making it happen and we still have our fun time. So it's good to have that balance between work and play.
Absolutely.
How many hours would you say you would have to put in? Because there are some people that they want real estate to be like a side thing, or they don't know if they have enough time that they're going to be able to dedicate to it. And it's really about how much time you put in, but just give us an idea just so we can have a better understanding.
Well, I'm going to be very honest. You have to put in time to make this business be what you need it to be. And for me, my first career is for the Department of Defense. I work hard in my career. That's my career outside of real estate. So I clock out of that and I clock into real estate. And that can be from the time I clock out of my job until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, but working and being diligent in what I want. That is going to be what you want for your future and what you want for your business. But I can tell you this business isn't for the faint at heart. I mean, it takes a lot of work, especially in this market, because a lot of people are being disappointed. You know, we're spending hours writing contracts and submitting offers, and some of them are getting denied. So you have to continue to be consistent and persistent to get where you want to be. So I will not lie to you and say, oh, it's easy. It just takes a couple of hours. No, it takes some manpower and some man hours for sure.
Okay. Anything that you do is going to take some time, but it's nice to know that you're being honest with us, because, you know, some people will be like, oh no, I don't really do too much. You know, I just do a couple hours here and a couple, and then you say, okay, this is something I can do. And then you go to try and do it. And then you're just like, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
I don't know if she's really putting in this time, or maybe she's doing something different. I need the formula, because my sauce and your sauce is different at this point.
Different. Right. That's right.
And then what was something, we have House of Judah International Fellowship Church said, are you interested in investing in real estate?
1,000%. House of Judah, 1,000% I am. Yes, I am. That's the next thing that I'm working on. So absolutely.
Okay. And then do you have any type of specific properties in mind that you're going to be investing in, or not quite yet?
Soon I'm going to be, there's a couple of different things that I'm working on outside of my normal real estate stuff. So one of the things I eventually would like to do is get a multi-family property. So I'm learning about that now, because my biggest thing for me, I love helping people. I want to see people be blessed, and I want to see people grow, and I just want people to have wealth, because there's so much out here for us to attain. So I definitely want that. And I also would like to get into the Airbnb short-term rental type of, I'm really learning that process too, because there's a lot of flexibility and a lot of financial gain in that as well. So I don't want to just jump and do it. And I'm real nervous about that. So I'm learning about it. But those are the two things that I will be jumping into really soon.
Okay, and that brings me to another question. I'm not going to say I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for myself, because I have seen other people that have, you know, put out ebooks and stuff about how to get into the Airbnb market and how to flip properties and things like that. And it's a bit difficult, because you see everybody's doing it, and everyone has these really great graphics and all these really cool stuff, and they'll catch you because you look at it, you're like, oh, this is cool, it's aesthetically pleasing, but I don't know these people. I don't know if they're going to deliver what they say they're going to deliver. I might pay you money and you send me an ebook of things that I can find on Google, and now I'm upset because I thought that I was going to be getting some new information from an expert, and I got something I could have found myself, and you just put it on, you know, just a regular, you hired a graphic designer and had them put it together so it looks good. Yeah. So when you actually are, you know, fully immersed and you have all the information and you've invested and you feel confident, are you going to be sharing this information in the form of like classes or maybe an ebook?
I absolutely would love to do that, because I wouldn't want it just for me. I want like I said, I want everybody to know who wants to know, you know, everyone in reason. So I would love to share what I learned, especially like if it's successful and it's doing what it needs to do. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would absolutely love to do an ebook, or even do, like you said, some type of class. So yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I'm following you on your social media already, so that once you make that little post and you say, hey guys, I'm gonna be one of the first people to sign up. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Brittni already did it, and I literally just dropped it 2 seconds. I put the money aside. I've been waiting. I'm gonna pay you what you're worth so that I can get this intel, because it is about creating generational wealth, and it is about having multiple streams of income. And one thing my mom always says is, you know, the goal is to try and make money while you're sleeping. where you have to do absolutely nothing. And, you know, you wake up and it's like you have money in the bank.
That's right. I love it. That's exactly where I want to be. Making money while I'm rolling over. You're absolutely right.
It's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also wanted to ask you, every entrepreneur's journey is different. Everyone has their highs, they have their lows, and you know, your highs are great. We congratulate you. We're proud of you. But when you're low, that's the make or break point. That's the point where you either continue in what you're doing or you stop. That's
Right.
where your business goes to the next level or you have to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So what was something that happened to you during your journey and it just really tested you? Like it was just one of the hardest things that you had to do. And it was just like you pushed through it and you just knew that, okay, I am really grounded in this. This is what I want to do. There is nothing that's going to deter me from this path.
Wow. I would say for me personally, it was my divorce. That was like the hardest thing that I could even imagine going through. As well as the death of my father. My dad, I was always this little girl who was always very wise and smart. And, you know, I just always had a lot of dreams and goals. And he was always so proud of that. So even in the midst of me taking the real estate class, my stepfather passed away. And I got really down and I was like, I don't know if I want to. I didn't have the motivation to finish. And I thought about it one day. I'm like, why would I not do something that would make him so proud? I remember when I first graduated college and I got my job in Orlando. And I remember him telling me, I want you to buy a house. I don't care what it is. I don't care. It doesn't have to be the best home, but I want you to invest. And, you know, I thought I was grown. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I got this good job. I want to go get me a nice place. I don't want no whatever type of house. So I didn't do it. And I felt like it was a way to make it up to him, to show him like, I really have taken on what you've tried to teach me, even though I was hard-headed back then. But that was something he tried to teach me at a very young age. So now I appreciate it and I try my best to do exactly what he instilled in me. So that situation and my divorce were two things that really were very, very hard on me, very taxing on me emotionally, mentally. It's hard to bounce back from something that you never thought you would lose, right?
Yes.
So that alone caused me to really work hard towards my goals and really look at things in a totally different perspective. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm very pleased and happy and just gracious that you were able to push past that. You know, dealing with any type of death, dealing with anything, even in that realm of topic is always difficult, no matter, you know, what place you are in life. So when you're dealing with something as heavy as that and you have all these other moving pieces, it can get hard. It can get overwhelming. It can get, you know, taxing. You can feel the pressure, and you came out a diamond, baby. Like you did it. You did it, and you did it with style and grace.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. I'm so happy that you were able to come on the show. We have another comment from House of Judah. They said, are there any pitfalls that aspiring agents should avoid?
I think so. What I would advise aspiring agents is to remember the greatest thing that you can get in the beginning is education, right? Learning about the business, because it's very easy to fall for different things that will come at you that you don't really know. You don't know what you don't know. So I would just say be careful with whatever brokerage you sign on to, because I even went through that. There's things you don't know, so you don't know what to look for. So just make sure that you're looking for a place that's going to give you the best education. Make sure you're going to a brokerage that's going to have probably a mentor for a new agent who can teach you and show you, you know, how to navigate this business, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And if you don't have someone there to answer questions and to do all those kind of things, you'll be stuck a little bit. So I would just say make sure, because when you pass that exam, there are going to be so many brokerages that are going to be reaching out to you just to add you to their number. hear my words. Make sure when you're looking for a brokerage, don't even worry about the split so much. Be more concerned about the education you're going to receive. And if you have someone there who's going to kind of hold your hand a little bit to teach you at least the first couple of months. So I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, please let me know.
Okay. And then when signing with a brokerage, because I didn't know that they're the ones that can reach out to you. That's the first time I'm hearing that. So is it like everyone's just like, they're like, oh, fresh agent, let me try and snatch him up real quick. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a database or something where they can see, just like if you get in a car accident or something and you start getting mailers from lawyers, it's the same process. So you have these different companies that are going to reach out to you to say, hey, sign on with us. We have this, we have that. You know, they have means and ways to see that, and that's what they do. So you just got to kind of know what's important to you. Don't think about the money, but think about, okay, if I really want to thrive in this business, what do I need to know to grow? So, yeah.
So that's what they need to focus on. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
We have Jamise said, how was your journey to get your real estate license?
So, like I said, in regards to getting my real estate license, I went the online route. I didn't have time because I have a full-time career. So I needed time to be able to take that class online. And that gave me the flexibility to get as much class in at night. So I could do 3 chapters a day at night or whatever the case may be. So I had that flexibility. So I just did everything online. I did the course online. I did the exam online. And to be honest, when it was time for me to take the state exam, I did that online the first couple of times that I tried the test. So because of COVID, I had that flexibility to be able to do most of that online. So that was my journey.
Okay, yes. Thank you for sharing your journey. Because listen, not everyone's journey is the same. So it's good to hear, the journeys that's not just that cookie cutter. Oh, I went to school and I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do. So then I took my test and then I passed on my first try. And I look at those people and I'm like, wow, must be nice, huh?
Right.
And then I also wanted to let everyone know that they can contact you at CorettaBentonHomes@gmail.com. So you guys can send her an email. You can log on to her website, CorettaBentonHomes.com. And you guys can also, see her profile. She has a bunch of information there for you. They even have some listings there as well. Is that correct? What else do you guys have on the website just so that they can get a better idea and, know what to expect?
So pretty much on my website, I have more of like my background, kind of just my background, what I've done, what experience I have. I talk a little bit about my negotiating background. I talk about me being a small town girl who's been from Central Florida. So everything, it's not like blasted with information, but it gives you a snapshot of what I do and what I represent. So, yeah.
And I saw it, y'all. It looks professional. It looks good. She looks good. The houses look good. I mean, the pricing for the houses look good. So at this point, there is no reason as to why you guys are not reaching out. She does service, all of Florida, wherever you guys are. She's willing to work with you. She's based in Central Florida, but if you have, any questions or any concerns that you guys do have, you can always reach out to her. Her phone number is 863-241-3851. So you guys can also give her a call whenever you are available. Or if you don't want to talk on the phone, you can either send her an email or check out her website. I know there's a contact area there as well. So we have just been giving you guys all of the information. We want to make sure that you guys are following her, you're supporting her along her journey. She has stuff that's going to be in the works for us. I know I'm excited. I'm going to be waiting for you to, get all your information for that Airbnb, because I know when I go out of town, I'm booking Airbnbs because sometimes they're cheaper than the hotels. So I know if we're doing it, we're going to make sure that it looks good. It has some style and some flair. And it just sounds like it can really be another stream of income, which is what everyone is looking for. And especially if it's something you don't have to continuously put into or be on top of. It's just something that you check in on and make sure that it's running the way that it's supposed to.
Exactly.
It just sounds amazing. Just amazing. So we are excited for that.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk more about it and get more information about it and get started so that I can come back and share that with you all. So I'm excited.
Me as well. We would love to have you back. So whenever you get that next step ready, I'll be following you on Instagram and making sure that I am staying up to date on everything that you're doing. If you do have any houses or anything like that, I know a lot of real estate agents, they'll post them and then people can repost just to get it out there. Because you never know. I might not be looking for a house, but maybe one of my followers are. And there you have a new client. So it's like they say, sharing is caring.
That's right. I appreciate that. Well, Brittni, I want to say one thing before you end the interview.
Yes, of course.
For all the people out there who are interested in real estate and learning more about the development side, the construction side, the basic real estate side, and all those different aspects of real estate, we have a conference coming up in July. Our group is called the Real Ladies of Real Estate. The conference is going to be in Orlando. We'll send more information out about it, but please keep an eye out for that. So if you're interested in all the different aspects of real estate, I mean development, investing, we're going to have so many different aspects to discuss. Real estate, we would love for you to join our conference. It's going to be local. It's going to be a weekend event. We're going to have an all-white party. It's going to be for women. It's going to be dope. So you guys definitely check it out. It's going to be something worth listening to and being a part of. So I just wanted to plug that in.
Of course. Listen, this is all about promotion. We want all the juicy details. We want all the wisdom, all the tea. That's why we're here. And that's why we have this platform. So we're appreciative that you were able to share that. And just for those viewers that even if you're not, super into real estate or you're not too sure, just go to the conference. You're going to be in a room full of powerhouses, like women that have been doing this for years, that have the experience. And even if you're not wanting to get into real estate, you can at least take, the things that they're talking about and apply it to yourself in your specific situation and just see where it takes you. Networking is everything. It's also about who you know and what you know.
That's right.
So I'll let them sit with that as well. Jamise said, I would love to attend that. Yes, Jamise, we come on down. We don't turn anyone away.
Come on, Jamise.
All righty then. And then is there anything else that you did want to add as well?
I just want to thank Bemp on the Spot and you and LaShawn and T, everybody that's been a part of this. I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative of you giving me the opportunity to share my business, to share my story, to inspire people to get outside of their comfort zone and do something that they've been nervous to do. I just, like I said the last time, step out on faith, trust God, and move. Don't stagger yourself. Don't sit too long. Just jump out there and do it. So thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Of course, we are so thankful that you were able to come on the show. And, until next time, I'm going to hold you to it. We're going to be looking out for all those wonderful things that are to come.
All right. Thank you, Brittni.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
And then also, I wanted to let you guys know to make sure that you tune in next Tuesday. We're going to be having another wonderful episode of T-Shirt and Tees Tuesday. And then you guys can also circle back to be with me again on next Thursday. And then, just make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram, on Facebook, that you are turning on your post notifications on YouTube. As you just heard, we do have an event that's coming up in July. We have another event that will take place in Cabo, Mexico. So we are going to be traveling out of the country. You guys need to make sure that you are following us so that anytime we do release any new information, you are the first to know. You can take advantage of that. And we just look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Try me this